To compete with McDonald's Happy Meals, Subway created their own kids' meals, which they called the Subway's Kids Packs. Each of these meals would come with a sandwich, a drink, a cookie, and most relevant to this video, a toy. So let's take a look at the toys that they released back when they were just getting started in the 1990s, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next videos in this series. We'll start off in the year 1993 with a set of toys that tied in with the release of the movie Coneheads, which was based off of the sketches from Saturday Night Live. 1993 would also see a set of toys called Wildlife Rangers, and the set would have 4 different toys to collect, including Stefan the Snow Leopard, Don the Lowland Gorilla, Herman the Polar Bear, and Spot the Gray Zebra. Then we would move into the year 1994 with the first full year of Subway Kid Pack meals. First one we'll mention here is tied in with the movie Monkey Trouble. This would include 4 different figures based off of characters from that movie. 1994 would also see a set of toys based off of NASA. In here you could get 4 different toys, including a lander, a shuttle, and an astronaut. 1994 would also see a set of toys based off of the cartoon Inspector Gadget, including one that could squirt water. Then later on, there were 4 toys based off of Tom and Jerry, 2 of them being Tom and Jerry driving cars, and then one with Tom on a scooter and one with Jerry on a skateboard. 1994 would also see a set of toys based off of the animated series Hurricanes. This was an animated show about soccer, which I have no memory of. If you have any memory of Hurricanes, please let me know about it in the comments below. Something I do have memories of, though, is the movie The Santa Claus that Disney put out. 1994 finished off with a set of toys based off of that movie. A couple different figures you could get, including like a quick change Scott Calvin, where he had his iconic gray pajamas and also his Santa Claus suit. There's a reindeer, an elf, a snow globe, and there was a rotating character cube, which would allow you to put different characters' heads on different characters' bodies. While researching this video, I think the funniest thing that I found to me personally is this drawing of Tim Allen that they have on the character cube. It's just extremely unflattering. As we move into 1995, the Subway Kids Pack would include toys based off of the Fox Kids TV show Bobby's World. In here there were 4 different figures. One that was just kind of standard Bobby, but he was also joined by an astronaut, cowboy, and Night Bobby. 1994 would also see a set of 4 toys based off of the television show Bump in the Night. In here you could get toys based off of the characters Mr. Bumpy, Squishington, Mollycoddle, and Destructo. 1995 would also see toys tied into the Disney live-action movie Tall Tale. In here there were toys of Pecos Bill, John Henry, Paul Bunyan, and his Blue Ox Babe, as well as the kid character from the movie whose name I'm not even going to bother looking up. I do remember this movie being pretty cool. Let me know if you remember seeing it as well. The last toy from 1995 would be a set of space puzzles. There was a puzzle that was a picture of the solar system, one of a moon landing, and one of the space shuttle docked with the space station. Then we move into 1996 and we find a set of toys based off of the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven 2. There were 6 characters to collect in this set, including Charlie, Itchy, Carface, Annabelle, and then the 2 kid characters. The animated Spider-Man series from the 90s would get a set of toys in the Subway Kids Pack next. In here there were 5 different toys you could collect, including a glider, a toy that could squirt water, a little car, a face badge, and a web slinger. The live-action sitcom Dinosaurs was also featured in 1996 in the Subway Kids Pack meals. There were 5 toys to collect in this set, including Baby, the mom, Fran, the dad, Earl, the son, Robbie, and the daughter, Charlene. Now I was aware of the set of these that happened over at McDonald's, so I was a little surprised to see them show up here in Subway as well. It's always fun to see which properties kind of cross over. Speaking of a property that crosses over, Garfield is here in Subway in a set of 4 buckets that you could collect that tied in with Springtime. And then another set for that same year was what they called the Speedsters. This would be a set of 4 different cars for the older kids, and then a set of some smaller, softer cars for the kids under 3. The cards for the bigger kids that you could collect were the Radical Roadster, the Rocket Racer, the Star Spangled Speedster, and the Red Racer. 1996 also saw a set of Erector set toys called Totally Excellent Erector Jr. There were 4 different sets you could collect, including this one that would let you make an airplane. And then the final one to mention in 1996 is what was called the Snap-Its. These would be those little flat plastic toys that had the edges that were cut out that you could snap together to make different shapes. Next, we move into 1997 with Extravaganza, a a TV show that was featured on Fox Kids. There were 4 toys that you could collect in here, including an Eek fan whistle, a Sharky squirter, an Eek squirter, and an Annabelle pop-up. The Simpsons crossed over to Subway here in the same year with a set of 4 toys. There was a toy for Bart, Lisa, and Homer, as well as Bartman. In that same year, Subway would also have a set of toys based off of the animated movie Cats Can't Dance. There were 5 different characters you could collect in this one, including Danny, Sawyer, Peebo, Wooly, and of course the villain of the movie, Darla. 1997 also saw a set of inflatable fish toys that wouldn't just inflate but also would allow you to squirt water out of them, which is a feature that I don't actually see a lot in these inflatable toys, so it's pretty cool. In here you could get a clownfish, a coral trout, an emperor angelfish, or a stoplight parrotfish. Then we would also have a classic set of toys with the Dino Stompers, which was just a set of 4 different dinosaurs that were wind up and that would walk after you would do that. In here there was a Parasaurolophus, a Triceratops, a Dimetrodon, and of course a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Speed bumpers would be a set of 4 different toys you could collect as well that same year. These would be those kind of toys where you'd pull them back, let them go, and if they hit the wall, they would start driving backwards so they would just keep going. In here there was the Blaze Racer, the Purple Power, Lucky Lime, and Blue Bumper. Finishing out 1997, there were a set of toys called Kids Pak Blocks, which of course are just rip-offs of Lego. They had packs for bigger kids where you could make a few different things, including a helicopter, but then they also had, for the kids under 3, essentially Duplo, which just came with a few pieces in a bag. Then we move into 1998, and we start off with Blue's Clues Blue's Birthday, a set of 4 different toys you could get, including one of Blue herself, Tickety Tock, the alarm clock, Mailbox, the mailbox, and your very own version of the handy dandy notebook. DC superheroes would be in the Kids Pack that year as well, with a series of backpack clips. There were 4 to collect in total, 1 for Wonder Woman, 1 for Batman, 1 for The Flash, and 1 for Superman. The children's film Polly also got a set of toys, with 4 to collect in total. And then 1998 also saw a team up with the Jetsons and the Flintstones with a set called Stone Age to Space Age, which included a couple of watches as well as some other toys. Subway would help celebrate the 50th anniversary of the character Marvin the Martian by having a series of toys based off of him in the Kids Pack. Sports Illustrated for Kids would also have a set of toys that year with a little plastic football, a soccer that was a hacky sack, a basketball flyer, and then some type of baseball toy. These stunt racer toys that finish off 1998 for us are pretty cool in my opinion. They would all come with a little die-cast car similar to a Hot Wheel. They also feature different obstacles and things to crash into that made them like stunt cars, thus making them the stunt racers. And then that moves us into 1999, the last year we'll be featuring in this video. And to kick that off, we'll talk about Cracker Jacks. The character Cracker Jack would be featured in the Subway Kids Pack with 4 different toys, including a fan whistle, a magnifying glass, a periscope, and a compass. Nickelodeon's Nick Jr. would be featured in the Kids Pack next. Blue would be back, but she would be joined by Little Bear, Maisie, Kipper, and then the mascot for Nick Jr., Face. 1999 would also see a couple of Polly Pocket toys be featured at Subway, one of them having her skateboard and the other having her in a gazebo with a dog. And then there was also a set of toys that tied in with the show Bear in the Big Blue House. These would of course feature a toy of Bear himself, as well as Tutter the Mouse, Pip and Pop the Otters, and then a viewer that was just the house itself. An animated version of The King and I would also be featured this year in the Kids Pack, and in the set there were 4 different toys to collect. Cartoon Network's hit show Dexter's Laboratory would come in next. This set, like most of the sets here from Subway, would feature 4 different toys, showing off both Dexter and his sister Dee Dee. 1999 would see another set of toys based off of the show Blue's Clues. This time Blue would be joined by Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper, Shovel and Pail, and Slippery Soap. And then we will finish off the year 1999 the way a lot of people finished off 1999, by celebrating the new millennium. And Subway did this by having a set of toys in the Kids Pack called the Millennium Madness. In here there were 10 different Looney Tunes backpack clips to collect. You could get Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Wile E. Coyote, the Roadrunner, Foghorn Leghorn, the Tasmanian Devil, Sylvester the Cat, Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, or Marvin the Martian. And that's going to finish our look at the toys over at Subway in the 1990s. Remember, if you want to catch the next video where we'll talk about the 2000s, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for checking us out. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.